most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to live coverage on the Dirt Racing Network. DSRL 360 non-wing sprint cars. The dirt track at Charlotte tonight. Round number 8 of the series. Limited number of drivers in the field this evening for whatever reason. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a good one. The top guys in the series are here. They are getting at it, getting the track worked in. About to get ready for their qualifying session. Their qualifying consists of 3 laps. The average of those 3 laps will set the field for tonight's 2 heat races. We will try to keep an eye on these guys here. I'm getting in where I can see the points so I can kind of go over the points with you guys. The way it is set up right now, it looks like Vinny Sansone has a gigantic lead. He is out to about 124 points on Skylar Brown. Craig Silby is in 3rd position, another 80 markers back of that, and Hannigan and Fields in behind that. So right now, Sansone really kind of has it in hand. Guys are going to have to work to get around him. We're watching Casey Miller, the 05 car. Second of his laps into the books. Nobody has posted time quite yet. Garrett Boyd, 15.29 seconds, his 3 laps in the books. Casey Miller crosses the stripe, 14.87. Quick time for Miller. Silby, 6/100ths of a second off of that. Drivers still on the track. There's Jacob Schmutz. Times in at a 15.20. Brandon Steele just finishing up his 15.01. Let's see. Sheeran is on track. Grace is on track. Jason Dill on track as well. And it looks like Sherham 6th quick. Dill now 10th quick. And Peyton Grease still on his left. I don't see Eric Wilkie, our 11th driver. He may not get in time, in the server in time too. Make a qualifying attempt, but Peyton Grease. Time around there. Grease not going to be able to post a time. He must have clipped something getting around before that incident, because he is showing no time, and it will not give you a time. If you mess up on any of those 3 laps, you get a 0 for your time, so he'll start near the back of the field. Hello, Dean. How you doing, buddy? Guys, if you're in the chat, don't care where you're at. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Trovo. Say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll get ready to go down here and look at the starting lineup for heat race number 1. Going to be Jacob Schmutz in the 1 car on the pole to his outside, the 5 of Brandon Steele. Craig Silby will start inside of row number 2 in the 7 car. And your current points leader will start on the outside of row number 2 in the 80. So a couple of the quick guys right here starting in the middle of this heat race. Garrett Boyd, OG Body in the 21 car. That's the 1.8 electric machine that's on the inside of row number 3. And then Eric Wilkie in the Handmade Motorsports number 24 will start position number 6. Everybody's going to the feature tonight. Not enough cars to play knockout. So just waiting on the last couple cars to get themselves out here. Wilkie trying to make it in. He knows he's in the feature. All he's got to do is be in the server. So JJ Schilling. How'd you do last night, JJ? Did you crash it? Did you bring home a bent steering wheel? Did you bring home the trophy? Just questions that I have. All right, all 6 cars on our starting grid. They are ready to roll off. Eric Wilkie. Little slow to get going here, but I'm sure we'll get him going. Found the wall like normal. Was it right where you left it last time you were there? Exact same spot? All right, Wilkie's rolling away there on the front stretch. He'll catch the field. They got a couple of pace laps. Moved again. Wow. How hard did you hit it to move it? Again, just questions that I have. All right, lights are off on the pace truck. Going to go green this time out of turn number 4. These guys just racing to find out where they're going to start in tonight's A main. 35 laps of it. Getting into the final third of the season. All right. Jacob Schmutz, Brandon Steele, right here in middle of turns 3 and 4 on the hammer. Green flag back in the air. On the DSRL non-wing 360 series, round number 8. Heat number 1, Silby took a big look down in 1 and 2. Had to check the car down pretty good to stay out of Brandon Steele. He is down on the bottom. Coming forward quickly, the 7 car. Trying to find his way up into the 3 wide. He's going to be right in the middle between Sansone and Steele on the bottom. He threads the needle. Goes 3 for 1 right there, and he'll take the lead. Coming out of turn number 4, lap 2 goes to Craig Silby. Brandon Steele had second, blinking a little at the line. Schmutz and Sansone battling side by side for third. Now Sansone will take the advantage down into 3 and 4. Can't quite get there on Steele. Thought he was trying to pin the car low and get some straight line drive off the exit. Did not work out, and he is stuck right there. Position number 3. Schmutz right behind that. Wilkie up to 4th. Garrett Boyd riding around here in the 6th and final position. But Silby got the lead by splitting the difference between a couple of cars and making a slider move on Schmutz at the front. And he is not going to be challenged, it doesn't look like. He starts to get away out over a quarter a second now. Best battle going to be second and third as the laps wind down in heat number 1. That time Steele got a little sideways out of 2, allowed Sansone to get up there. Can Sansone do something off the bottom of 4? That time he had position number 2 by just a tire. Good battle here for second and third. White flag coming out. Heat 1's almost in the books. Silby's got it under control. Oh, I thought maybe Sansone would go ahead and come up the hill right in front of Brandon Steele, but that didn't happen, and Steele is probably going to be able to hang on for second. Silby will win it. Sansone will be third. Schmutz in fourth. Boyd got around Wilkie, and he'll get fifth. I think Wilkie's car might have found a tire down here in 1 and 2, and he is going to just limp that thing home, try to get it ready for the night's feature. So heat 1 in the books. We'll move on to heat number 2. And we will head down here and take a look at our starting lineup. On the pole, Tiny Dancer Scott King in the 118 car, and on his outside, the tanked number 72 of Craig Sheeran. Austin Semmelman will start the 18 car on the inside of row number 2 next to the 05 of Casey Miller. Other Jason Dillon, the 11 on the inside of the third row next to PG Peyton Grease. All 6 cars going to make our transfer tonight. What did I just get? I don't know, weird stuff. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. Let us know if you're on YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, Facebook. If you're on Facebook, come over to the Dirt Racing Networks page, like, share, and follow. If you're on YouTube or Twitch, hit the subscribe button. Trovo, same thing. Don't know what's happening with the Trovo deal. Been trying to keep up with it. Kind of a newer platform, but there's a lot of gaming over there, and we wanted to be part of that. So be sure you go by and check it out at least, see what it's all about. I have found nothing but gaming going on over there, so it's been pretty cool. All right, lights off on the pace truck. Final heat race of Monday night. About to fire off. We get down here to 3 and 4, Sherman King on our front row, and King has the pole position. And, you know, Tiny Dancer, pole, all works out just fine. I didn't know he was a pole dancer, but hey, 20's 20, right? All right, King on the throttle. Good start for him. He'll have the lead into 1 and 2. Austin Semmelman, his teammate, tried to follow him through there. Couldn't make it stick. Gives second back to Sheeran. Now he's got Casey Miller up on the top side for third, and Miller's got the momentum. He goes around Semmelman, move Miller to third. Sheeran going to make a bid for the lead in 1 and 2. Wasn't enough room to get up the hill on King that time, but he keeps the right front even with the left rear, and if he can keep it straight out of 4, he may have a shot at this thing. Coming up the front stretch. No, it's not going to happen. And Casey Miller's finding some momentum. He's going to thread the needle down the back stretch. Miller goes from third to first. King stuck up on the top side. That leaves the door open for Semmelman to try to follow Miller through, and he goes into the middle. Now gets the door shut on him. Oh, Sheeran got the car out of shape, had to grab it back. He gives up 2 spots. King goes around. Semmelman goes around. Put Peyton Grease around to Sheeran this time as he's going to slide up the hill, and Sheeran will go back by. Miller out in front. Been a good Monday night for Miller. He missed the podium tonight in the winged race over at I-55 by 8/100ths of a second. So on a bit of a roll tonight. He's got the lead in this one. Going to be 2 to go the next time out of 4. Semmelman second. King is third. Sheeran now reeling King in. Does he have enough time to get there? 2 to go. The signal from the flag stand to Casey Miller. Miller almost half a second out of turn number 4, make it almost 6/10 that time as he picked up a little bit of distance on Austin Semmelman, and he's got this well in hand. Looks like he's on his way to winning the final heat race of the evening. Semmelman's going to finish in second. And it looks like Scott King will hang on. Take third, then Sheeran, Grease, and Dill. So heat racing action completed. The guys will have a couple of minutes. They'll go out. They'll work the field or the track a little bit. We'll wait for them to start to roll out, and I think we'll break away. And we will go pay a bill or two, and when we come back, it'll just about be feature time. All right, letting the guys have a little time to work the track down. They want to get it slicked off. Couple of minutes left in the session, and I know these guys want to work the track down. They'd like to open up a couple of good lines of racing here. You know, make it a little slick in a few spots, maybe make it costly if you make that mistake. And Craig Silby, quick all night long, won his heat race. Sansone was second to him, then Miller won his heat race. Those three the quickest in the room right now. Under 15 and a half seconds. We're just giving them time to get there. Make sure that everything is going to work. Final adjustments to the cars. Get the track worked in a little bit. Been a good Monday. First of all, thanks to everybody for all the birthday wishes. I do appreciate it greatly. Appreciate everybody hanging with us here Monday night. Going to be an early one. We should be done within about, I would say, 15, 20 minutes here. These guys should keep it pretty clean. We should zip right through these 35 laps. Everybody ought to have a pretty good time. Be sure you tune in tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern, PRO Sidewinder Dirt Series. Pro Late Models at Knoxville. Round number 6 of the overall series, round number 3 for the Pro Lates in that series. I believe Garrett Boyd. He's driving the 21 car here tonight. He'll be in the 21 car again tomorrow night over there. He leads their points by just a few. So he is 6th quick here. just a little bit off the pace, but not much, and he might be able to do something with that in the feature. So they are going to get ready to advance, go to the feature. 35 laps. Going to be the distance. Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. General Tires Winter Nationals presented by Tim Sims, powered by iRacing, hosted by the Dirt Slingers. Wednesday Night Warriors Big Block Modified Series. They go into round number 8. They are at Lanier in that series. But it is time for a feature. They got 30 laps tonight. I am used to 35. Don't know why. Maybe 35 is our Sunday night series. But Craig Silby will start on the pole next to Casey Miller, your 2 heat winners. Then Brandon Steele and Austin Semmelman in row 2. Vinny Sansone and Scott King going to make up a row 3. Jacob Schmutz and Craig Sheeran in row 4. Garrett Boyd and Peyton Grease in the 5th row. And your final row this evening for your feature, Eric Wilkie inside, Jason Dill on the outside. "30 laps will definitely go quick here tonight. Sansone inside row number 3. We'll have to watch the 80 car. Has been very consistent all season long. Doesn't seem to put himself in bad situation. Doesn't seem to have a whole lot of issues. Tries to avoid all the crazy stuff that he's around out there at times. So we'll see what he can do. But somebody who's been chomping at the bit to pick up a win is the guy in the 7 car on the pole here. He has been so close a couple of times and had some really bad luck for a couple of weeks. And things seem to be turning around the last couple. We'll see if he can do something with it tonight. He is going to get us started here. Out of turn 4. There's your throttle. There's your green flag.
Green, green, green.
We're underway. Casey Miller caught just a little bit of sleep behind the wheel there, but he's going to hang on to second. Silby way out already, half a second, and we got issues towards the back as Craig Sheeran might have gotten into the fence. Sheeran's going to start outside of row number 4. Got in there. Oh, he got into Schmutz. Yeah, got the left front into the right rear on Jacob Schmutz's car. And so I'll drag him back. I'll give him a second, see if they can fix it up. He did not even get 2 turns into tonight's feature, and just not having a lot of luck. Probably not going to be able to fix it. Looks like maybe Sheeran is finished for the evening. So we'll let the pace laps work themselves out here. The guys will get ready to go back to green. So Silby, Miller, Steele, and Semmelman in the top 4 when we go back to green. All right, about here, Semmelman got a good start. Got to the inside of Steele there in 1 and 2, and I think Steele's going to be able to fend it off at least till we get to 3 and 4. Off the top side, Semmelman's got third. Now it's still Silby. Then Miller. Now Semmelman, Steele, and Sansone is fifth, and Sansone already working on the left rear corner of the 5 car. Brandon Steele, he's down low. Steele is up high. And the short way around seems to be catching up to the 5 machine in 3 and 4. He loses ground in 1 and 2. Battle starting to heat up at the front. Casey Miller is finding a little momentum. He reeled in Silby, then went through the middle in 1 and 2. Lost ground to Silby, but Semmelman gained. They're side by side now. Miller with a little bit of an advantage out of 2. Seems like the bottom is good in 3 and 4, the top is good in 1 and 2. Semmelman still in third. Sansone still battling with Steele. Steele has fourth until the exit at 2. Maybe has to give this up. We'll see what happens here. He got up high, got the car out of shape. Sansone drove alongside. And that time Sansone had the spot. Now Sansone goes slider line. The run down the hill is going to give Steele a pretty good advantage getting into 3 and 4. And he hangs on to it, takes the spot back. So good action inside the top 5. King is 6th, Schmutz is 7th, Grease and Boyd 8 and 9, then Wilkie and Dill rounding things out. We'll go back towards the front, heating up for Silby. Had a little problem there. You saw the car bogged down. He had to try to keep it out of the fence. Right rear got a little close. That allowed Miller to close in. Miller bumps the fence in 1. Just a touch. Not too bad. Didn't upset the car too much. Semmelman trying to close in. Steele still had his hands full for a second there with Sansone, but he got away down the backstretch. We'll watch our top 3. Craig Silby has led since the drop of the green flag. He won his heat race. The guy in second currently, Casey Miller on the outside, won his heat race, and they run 1-2. Miller having a little trouble with the cushion up there in turn number 2. Going to get that right rear right up there where that tacky stuff is. He's going to hang on to the spot. Run out of the corner, gets the car squared underneath him. Really getting close to the fence in 3 and 4, almost dragging the rubber along the outside wall right there. He's closing in on Silby and starting to get away from Selma. As soon as I say that, he gets over the bumps, car gets upset, and he gives a lot of that ground back to both drivers. That time Semmelman went to the bottom in 1 and 2, and it didn't do anything for him. Silby's gone to the middle, gotten away from the top. Miller right along the rim, and if he can keep it steady, he runs down the 7 car. As soon as he gets there, he seems to have problems. So past the halfway point. Going to be 12 to go this time. Lap starting to tick off field, starting to get spread out. Oh, that time Miller hard into the outside wall. Semmelman had to check up. He's going to get a run off too. Semmelman goes up to the 2nd position now with the slider in 3 and 4, and he and Miller are going to get at it again. This time with the spots reversed. Miller had 2nd. Semmelman wanted it. Now Semmelman's got 2nd. And caution again is Eric Wilkie has had a problem. That's the blue 24 car. Looks okay out of 2 and down the backstretch. Oh, bumps the fence there. Bumps the fence here. Bike. Yeah, can't ride the bike in this car. Oh, now he goes for a little tumble. So, yeah, when they get on the bike, a lot of times you don't get the opportunity to get them back, and he did not. So we're going to be around 10 to go when we get the green. Silby, Semmelman, Miller, Sansone, Steele, King, Schmutz, Grease, Boyd, Dill will be your 10 remaining cars. Wilkie and Sheeran, both off track. And Craig Sheeran had an early night lap 1, turn number 2. He got into the back of the 1J of Jacob Schmutz with his left front into Schmutz's right rear, and chaos ensued. And the 72 car was done for the evening. So, with the 10 to go, 2/3 of the race in the books, Silby has led the first 20 laps. Semmelman battled hard to get to second with Miller. And now he'll be able to close right in on your leader. Sansone right behind Miller. Points leader, sitting in fourth. Has a lot of podiums already this season. Would like to keep that string going. Pace truck in, about to go back to green with 10 to go here. Silby holds him down for just a second. I thought Semmelman had him timed up pretty good, and he missed it just a little bit. Will Simelton got into one. He was way down on the bottom, had to really check the car up, opens the door. Miller goes by on the high side. Sansone goes by on the bottom. So one mistake in turn 2 on the restart. And now Semmelman's going to have to work to try to get back on the podium. Sansone, bottom feeder as always, and he is going to run down on the flat spot, down right against the grass, and right now he is hanging on to third. He's making a bid for second. Miller around the top side, good run out of 2, and he grabs the second spot away from Sansone. Sansone now up through the middle, off the top of Ford. I don't know if he's going to change his mind and try to go top shelf here. Looks like he wants to go about 3/4 of the way up the track. He's got the podium spot. Silby out in front has a slip in turn 3. That allows Miller to close right up to him. Casey Miller's got the rhythm back. He can't get out of 2, or he might have had a run down the backstretch to try to take the lead. Top 3 all over one another. That time Miller a little out of shape getting into one, but the car gets back underneath him. Silby comes up the hill way out of shape. These top 3 nose to tail look like they're drafting out here, and Semmelman is right back in the mix as well. 4 to go that time. Laps running out quickly. Miller going after Silby. Off the top side, he got a good run. He's going to have to check the car in just a little bit as Silby covered the top exit line. Miller's got something going through the middle of a 1 and 2, and really down in 3 and 4, he's kind of doing the same thing. He closes in, but when he cuts the car down, he just doesn't have enough momentum. And now Sansone's making a bid for it at the 2 to go mark. Sansone has second off the bottom. He's going to make a bid for the lead. Silby sees him down there. Silby to the white flag first. Can he hang on for 4 more corners? Miller around the top side, found a little fence right there. It looks like Silby's got it in hand. Sansone is second. Semmelman's big slider for third. Who's got it at the line? Semmelman snatches it. And Miller, once again on the last lap, gets edged out. Remind them to park them on the front stretcher. I'm not interviewing them. So we're waiting for Sansone to come around. Pretty sure that Silby is already there. All right, so we are getting word that our third place driver could not make it around because he ran out of fuel. So we will take a look from up top. Those guys will just have to hang out in the car. We'll take a look from way up top of the speedway. We will bring Austin in here. Austin Silverman, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got it.
They said you ran out of fuel right after the checks, man. We had just enough to get around Casey Miller there and come home third. Tell us about the feature.
Yeah, Eric's calculated the fuel there, my fuel guy, so he's fired. No, it was a fun race. I ran out of talent on the restart there and drove through the infield and cost myself a shot at the win. But other than that, it was fun. A couple different lanes you could run, and bottom, top, and I ran the bottom those last few laps just because I knew I was going to run out of fuel. So yeah, it was entertaining.
Yeah, it looked like there was two places easily to run, and if you were willing to risk it, putting that right rear almost right up against the fence. The middle of the corners was really, really fast. The exits were a little sketchy. When you're in the cockpit like that, is it worth risking it?
Honestly, to me, it was a lot easier to run the top than the bottom. The bottom, you had to angle your car in there perfectly and stay in the grip, and it was really hard to hit. So if you hit it well, you were really fast. But yeah, I didn't feel very good on the top. I just didn't have any grip. So I honestly wasn't very good all night. So it just, I guess, happened to get a decent finish out of it.
Well, an awesome run. You got some shout-outs before we let you get out of here.
Yeah, just thanks to Scott for all he does for the series and my cars, and Drew Neal at 19 Design, and the guys at TSR make it fun, and you guys for putting on the show.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Yep, thank you.
Third place finisher, Austin Silverman. Let's get ready to talk to Vinny Sansone here. He made a great run to get through the field. Vinny Sansone, you there, buddy?
I got you.
Well, another podium finish for the 80 car, and I'm sure that is going to help your points lead quite a bit. So, but tell us about your run through the feature. You found the bottom and kind of stuck to it.
Yeah, I mean, just a bad heat race, being at the wrong place at the wrong time, or however you want to view it. But yeah, not being able to move through the heat set me back in that grid on the feature, and just took way too long to try and make up the ground there. But just had to go where they weren't. They were all up top, and just ran out of time.
Yeah, it looked like you were really making progress there. And then the last couple of laps, you kind of switched and went to the middle. Was the bottom starting to go away on you?
Yeah, it was definitely changing. The middle became pretty good. It just was kind of crowded out there, so I could only get so far until I was going to have to move off it. And like I said, it just ran out of time trying to get to Craig there. But all in all, decent finish.
Well, an awesome run, man. I'm sure you got some shout-outs before we let you head out.
Yeah, thankful to everybody liking and following my stuff on social medias, watching the broadcast that you guys put on, and thanks to you guys for putting on a show.
All right. Congratulations again. Thanks for chatting with us. I look forward to seeing you back here next week.
Will do. Thank you.
Vinny Sansone, he picks up second tonight, and that is definitely going to help him in the points. We will now move on to the man of the hour. And I may be mistaken, but I don't think I am. I think this is Craig's first win ever at DSRL. He gets it here in the Wingless series. Craig, you there, buddy?
I sure am. Woohoo! I won one of these things. Yeah.
Well, I talked about it a little bit right before we rolled out, and you were on the pole for the feature or for the heat race. You come out there, you do a great job and pick up the win. And I had told the fans, he was really quick at the beginning of the season, was right there in the mix. Then kind of went through a stretch where it just nothing was seeming to go your way. And the last couple of weeks, things have turned around. What did you change to make things better?
To be honest, I took a few days off, really. I just needed to reset, have a break, and get my head back in the game and try and be smooth and consistent. And here it is. We paid off.
Well, you get the win tonight, man, and you had a couple of challenges. Oh, Casey Miller got up there, and then Semmelman stuck his nose in, and there at the end, did you know Vinny was that close?
I had no idea. It was just as forward, concentrate, focus on getting around this track, and I'm really looking forward to looking at the replay and watching the DSRL Dirt Network footage because it was one hell of a race from where I sat.
It looked like it was a lot of fun out there. A couple of lanes, but you stayed up at the top for the most part this evening. Just more comfortable there, or is that where your car was set up for?
Well, I think that's one of the things I've been doing wrong. I've been trying to chase the track, and this time I just decided to pick a lane and stick with it, and yeah, it paid off.
Well, an awesome run, man. I love to be able to sit up here and interview the guys from Australia every time they win because you guys get so excited about everything. Tell me, your first win at DSRL, how satisfying is it to finally pick one of these up? Because this is no easy task around here.
Oh, Roger, this is where it's at, mate. You're running with the best, so you're really testing yourself, testing your skills, testing your setups. And, we pulled it all together today. And, it's just a short swim across the ditch from Australia to New Zealand, where I'm from. But, we're across the other side of the world. It's a long haul over to this track.
Well, I even like it more when it's the Kiwis, and I guess I didn't pay attention to what the flag was. But, man, it's awesome to have you picking up the win, brother. Who do you got to give some shout-out to before we let you celebrate?
Oh, the very first person is King from Scott King Designs. What he puts into this class is just mega. He's so helpful. And then you yourself, Roger, and the DSRL team. If you guys didn't put this on, we'd have nowhere to do skids. So it's been a hell of a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, 4 races left, and who knows? You may be on a string here, man. Your fortunes are turning around. Well, congratulations. Thanks for chatting with us, man. I can't wait to see you back out here next week.
Thank you.
Craig Silby, man, and it's always fun to get the guys up here and interview them. And when they win their first one, it's even better because they're going to be way more excited about it. And I could just tell that Craig really, really was excited about that right there. So let's look at our final standings. Silby wins it. Sansone was second. Semmelman was third. Casey Miller in that 4th spot. Scott King was 5th. Oh, Tiny Dancer gets him a top 5 tonight. Jacob Schmutz in 6th. Peyton Grease was 7th. Jason Dill 8th. Brandon Steele 9th. Garrett Boyd 10th. Eric Wilkie was 11th. And Craig Sheeran rounded out the field. Sheeran just a bad night. Turn 1. Got into the back of the 1J there. And we never did get to see what the 72 car could really do. So excited to see these guys in here, man. I'm glad they're having a great time. Scott puts a lot of effort into this. And he deserves big fields and great racing like this. And these guys were really here to show out tonight. So awesome job by everybody. Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern, PRO Sidewinder Dirt Series. They'll be at Knoxville in the Pro Late Models. Don't forget to tune in. I'll be back on the call for that. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We know you can watch this stuff anywhere you choose to come here and watch it, and we greatly appreciate it. Everybody here does. Until we see you guys the next time, for Dominic Santana, Zach Krieger, and